Let's go.
And welcome to the Four Valley Boys podcast. I am your host and moderator, Fabian Aloysius Vicks. We have Shot and D Roundel. And
Okay,
tonight,
okay. What's going on, fellas?
What's happening, big boys? Y'all all right?
Yeah, how do I send the link out? It ain't on Facebook Live.
go to the page. I put it in the chat. I put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm about to say, well, we got fired. I don't know about it.
No, we ain't get fired yet. On tonight's episode,
We got fired already.
not yet. We got one more episode. We're gonna talk about this doggone NBA playoffs, Embiid's MVP. We're gonna do a more in-depth look at the draft and ask Atwater why every pick he got wrong in the first round. And our party shots. And this part of the show, let's say, let's go.
Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys.
And of course, this is the Four Valley Boys podcast. Like I said, we are on Sundays and Wednesdays, 9:05 p.m. Sponsored by Crazy Straws. Crazy got straws. Crazy straws. Just for me, got a little gray in your beard, like Ryan. He don't even use a CB4 by Just for Men. Get from Walgreens or CVS. Get that beard. Arizona Tea, Damon.
1991, $1.
And what you get with it?
Oh, you lose your liver, pancreatic cancer, and severe case of diabetes. That's after 2 drinks.
You drink the whole can, you get hair loss, like Mike.
Pretty much, yeah. You in the diabetic coma, you drink the whole thing.
Dude.
Of course, you follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, buyaniceShirt.com. You're from HBCU, or you want to pledge to Panhandle at 9. BuyaniceShirt.com is going to have everything you need for your apparel to get you right for homecoming or just to be going to work on your college day. BuyaniceShirt.com. Bernard Ingram, alumnus of the Fort Valley State University. Damon, tell me about your podcast.
Starting this month, man. Chopping it up with your boy. Starting this month, we're going to get ready to start recording either this week or next week, get everything going. Looking forward to putting something out for y'all boys.
Yeah, check it out. He's gonna be in the barbershop. We try to get him at a live barbershop. Except if we go tell him the Atwater barbershop, he will have no hair. He will have no hair on his head if he go to Mike barber. So Mike is his own barber, and the barbershop is in the house, not in the shop. So take your own chance with that, Damon. Good luck.
I got you.
And of course, Hennessy and Coke and Crown Royal, XO, and Ginger Ale, the Dark Liquors. Guys, how's y'all week?
Pretty good, man. No complaints this way.
We got Pretty Tony hopped on with us. Pretty Tony, what they call it, Pretty Tony?
The same, man. I'm blessed. I ain't got no complaint.
What's popping, PT?
What's happening, man?
Can't call it.
Shot, you ain't got the call to go to the lead ref. You got a call to go to the lead ref, NBA. Can't hear you, Shot.
You muted, Shot.
Shot, you unmuted.
You muted. You muted.
Man, I must have been doing a mime impersonation on here, man. I had a whole lot to say now. I'm old, I forgot. Nah, I just say, you know how it is. If your team win, if your team lose, the ref trash. If your team win, the ref trash, but they made the right call at the end. Common denominator, the refs trash.
When we go low, we go high. Because I'm about to bring in this person right here, okay?
Who that is? Mel Kiper Jr. McShay.
Boy, come on, man.
Come on,
hey,
man.
I respect that man for coming on here. You know, he could have easily had the flu for the next 2 weeks, but, you know, my guy, my brother, you know, he's standing tall in the paint. You know, I see you. But Vet, just so you know, Vet just logged in, so Atwater is about to be dangerous.
Who the hell is gonna be dangerous for? That's the
All
damn
your
question.
sponsorship gone. Bro, you had one pick right.
Hey, this dude called me, y'all, the day
did.
after the first round. Called me Friday morning in class with my student and said, "Hey, did you see how many picks I got right?" I started to hang up on this son, bitch, man. He lucky I don't be doing. He lucky I don't be doing nothing on Friday. So I would really been involved. Hey kids, y'all come get this nigga off the phone, man. He literally called me from that.
Man, I'm
so glad I wasn't getting observed.
I was blowing up the chat with what that was, but I had just got on the phone with Vet when I said I was gonna call Atwater next. For real.
Hey y'all, he counted up the picks. He went in and counted up who got what right.
He talking about he.
Hold up. Did he not call me out on the chat? Told me to be the moderator because I don't study the draft. Did he not say that, y'all?
He did.
Yeah, I said.
He did.
I'm like, hold up, bro. This ain't the NC2A tournament now. I'm into the draft. That's all I was saying. Don't make me no moderator. I could be the moderator, but don't make me the moderator like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Tony.
What up?
No. He sound up, Fade.
He sounds so down.
Fade.
Hey,
he sounds so down, man.
Okay,
I don't know.
All right. Since we're talking about a draft, I want to get more in depth. We broached it a little bit on Sunday's episode. I want to get more in depth. Mike, what went wrong with your picks?
What went wrong with my picks?
Yeah, they were all wrong.
32 goddamn general managers.
No,
31.
No, 30. Because the Dolphins didn't have a first pick. They have first pick, and the Green Bay Packers are owned by the people.
30, 31. But I did. Out of the 31 picks, I got my 26 right in the first round. I'm right on my stars. Got my stars right. I might didn't get the picks right. And, hey, wait a minute, Faye. I just thought about something, man. I didn't really like how you came out at me talking about what went wrong with my picks, man. So let me just address that first, man. Okay, I'm gonna open up the show. No, Faye, shut up. Okay, no, shut the hell up, Faye. You came at me like you had something wrong with my picks. You know what, man? I'm gonna take my damn shirt off like Anthony Brown, man.
No.
Hey, I'm out.
Don't do that. No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Leave the shirt on, D'Angelo. Leave the shirt on, D'Angelo.
Okay, then.
Oh.
Okay. Fredo, what was your biggest? I'm gonna go around the horn. What's your biggest surprise in the draft this past weekend? We'll start Mike, then Tony, Scott, then Damon.
Philadelphia Bulldogs. How the Eagles have pretty much made it Athens North, drafted Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. As bad as I hate to say it, the Eagles got to be the front runner to win the Super Bowl. I mean, they have not just necessarily reloaded, but they have kind of, they got Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox that on the way out the door, and they just kind of went and got some replacement for them guys. And man, that's the biggest thing I saw was those picks right there.
Pretty Tony.
So I could take a different point of view because I was gonna say Philadelphia. I would say what the Texans did as far as being able to draft back to back. That definitely was something surprising. I don't ever really remember a time. I'm sure it may have been one, but I'll never remember a time where something like that happened.
Last time watching the Redskins in 2002 with LeVar Arrington and Chris Samuel.
Okay.
What about Penn State? Didn't they do it with Kajana Collins? I think we talked about that before, right?
94, 95, I believe. It was 95.
Right, you said the last time, Kajana Collins, Kerry Collins.
So, yeah, definitely was a surprise to me. You don't see that often. So, I mean, that was definitely a big power move by Houston. Still, verdict's still out on them. I don't want to give them too much props, but definitely a big day. Big day. They had a pretty good draft.
Mr. Major.
I would say Anthony Richardson going that high. I mean, I ain't nobody. I ain't no quarterback whisperer, nobody like that. I'm just a fan. I just don't think he's. I think it's gonna take a lot of work from him to get to that level. And I was just surprised that the coach did. Well, I didn't even have him going in the first round. So if you wanted to, like Atwater said, Atwater did have a lot of guys going in the first round that got picked. I didn't think Anthony Richardson is that guy. I thought the risk was too much for them to pick him that early, but they did. So we'll see.
All right, D. Randall.
Tony actually took the one I wanted, but I just keep it local. I was surprised that Detroit traded down and took Jameer. I thought they was gonna concentrate the first 3, maybe 4 picks on defense. I was surprised that they took the running back. Now, Brad Holmes gave his reasoning why. I just thought that it would be more. If they did trade down and they were still able to get Jalen Carter, they would have got him, even though Philly picked him up first. But I still thought they was going to go defensive line. And Jack Campbell, I pretty much was not surprised they wanted him, but I was surprised they traded down to take that running back. I thought they was going to try to build the D-line up some more. But I guess he know what he's doing. He getting paid the money to make these picks.
I'm guessing they were planning to trade DeAndre Swift, or he requested a trade after the draft.
What they said was when Seattle picked Witherspoon, that's who they really wanted. That's why they traded down. That was the top guy on their board. And then
another cornerback.
Another corner, correct.
Yeah, like the last one worked, like the last time.
Yeah, exactly. They gave him away for a bag of chips and a pop.
Great job, Detroit. Great job.
Right.
I was surprised they stayed up there at 6 and get Paris Johnson.
I would have took him or the tackle from Northwestern.
Yeah, Skoronski.
I ain't gonna try to destroy that man, like his last name. But yeah, I'm surprised.
Skoronski.
Who was it?
Skoronski.
Yeah, I had him going there.
I would have been good with that one.
Yeah, I had him going there. Check my mock draft. I had him going there.
I'm gonna tell you another big surprise, Fade. 2 running backs going in the first round that I don't think I had. I had Jahmyr Gibbs going in the first round, but I didn't have John Robinson. I don't think I had going in the first round. But as high as those running backs went, that was kind of surprising for me. Falcons reached out and grabbed Robinson with the 8th pick. So, those 2 and Jahmyr Gibbs for me was a first round running back. I don't know if I would have got him at 12 though. Like when you picking in that top half of the draft, you pick immediate needs. And Jahmyr Gibbs for the line wasn't immediate need because you already had DeAndre Swift there. So when you picking that 1 through 10 and 11, 12, whatever, you got to go get needs. You got to go get guys that's going to start right away. And maybe Jahmyr Gibbs going to start right away for me, so I just don't see Jahmyr Gibbs as a guy that can just going to, get 30 touches a game. I just don't see that.
Obviously,
that's a combination of running and receiving or whatever.
Obviously, they're gonna play him because they sent Swift right back home. He an Eagle now, which made them stronger. So I guess in they mind, that's what I'm saying. I'm so confused on all that. You made a Super Bowl caliber team even stronger, and you took another running back when your defense was putrid. Now they did some moves as far as the secondary, and then they got what's the name? Brian? Can't think of his name from Bama. So you still the D line. I don't know what they were. I don't know. I was just like scratching my head, like really, what they doing?
Yeah.
Hey y'all tick on here talking about Detroit just Detroiting.
That's true though. That's true.
Hey, yeah, man, you see how they ignore me, but hey, my roommate gonna stick up for me, bro. My roommate say, "Shout out here bragging, y'all boys just ignoring him."
That was the whole point, Vic. That was the goal. I mean, that was the goal for the whole topic. As you noticed, when he said that, nobody stopped, Vic. So yes, We ignored it.
Tony came on there and said something, but Atwater done already mastered that. Y'all know when me and Atwater go in and get into something, he be like, anyway, Fade.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, they can acknowledge it, Vic, but for your roommate, I don't need to keep hearing Horatio Kuiper Jr. over here, okay?
Junior. I'm just saying. Swarovski. Yeah, I had him. But
Yo, wow. Okay, let me ask y'all this. What was y'all takeaway? What was the most? Guess somebody else said some of your surprising picks for this draft. Mine was Will Levis dropping all the way out the first round and going to Tennessee, where Tennessee just drafted Malik Willis last year in the third round. Now they're taking Will Levis in the second round, which means they definitely try to get rid of Ryan Tannehill. Any other moves besides that one that y'all saw was questionable at best? Besides the two running backs going top 12.
Well, let's backtrack. What's up? What's up, Dicavelli? Say him and Tannehill on there. You know, we always got to say what's up to y'all boys,
fellas.
I just don't understand why. Me personally, I think Jahmyr Gibbs is a better running back than Robinson. I mean, he's my type of back, and I think one thing I like about what Detroit did. You know, not to say you should take a running back, because I think they got better needs, but they really like that guy. I mean, he got nice size, he fast, and if you squint your eyes a little bit when you're watching him, he looking like CJ 2K. And I just think Bijan Robinson got a lot of miles on tread on them tires, man. So I give Detroit props for going up to get the draft. I tell you what, let me just say this real quick. Detroit said we're going to go up and get our guy, and then y'all saw what the Jets did. The Jets tried to wait on their guy, and Pittsburgh jumped up there and took their guy. Now their whole draft look trash, and we all done been through that if you don't play fantasy football, where you call yourself waiting for somebody. I know you on here. He done been through it. We done all been through it. Vet my football rival. You mess around and wait too long, you looking stupid. So I give him props for that.
And that was his goal. He said that at his press conference. The guys that he picked, those are the guys that he really liked. And when Witherspoon was gone, the next person up on his board, he felt would probably be when he traded down. So you're right. You got to go with your gut, go with your pick. When you like him, go ahead and get him. That's what he said. He don't care what no grade say. He got who he wanted in this draft. So I do respect that part.
Right. I
just thought he was going to go a different way. I mean, everybody that said they was confused by the pick said the same thing you said, Shot. They said, one of the premier pass catching backs. He's strong, he's fast, and he don't have a lot of wear and tear on his body as opposed to Robinson. So the way that they want to, do the offense, they putting toys around golf, almost how they did when they went to the Super Bowl with Gurley. So I think that's what they're trying to do. They want to try to win now. They figure they can. The defense is going to be healthy. They got people coming back, and they added a few pieces. They're going to try to add to the offense. What's name got suspended. They're going to wait on J-Mo to get back, whatever. I get what they're doing. I just thought they was going to go a different route.
And y'all put up what Anatoly put on with my producer put up there, because that's what nobody's mentioning. The one about Malik Willis. They put that one up there. I mean, I think that's basically what that's saying. They don't think Malik Willis is the answer. We know Tannehill ain't the answer. They don't think Malik Willis is the answer.
That's competition. They want competition going on with Malik Willis, and they rather find out who the man is, with two young quarterbacks. So it's basically competition. Somebody's going to be the backup. Somebody's going to be the starter. I doubt if they get rid of them, because who the hell going to want them? So this is a competition thing, but it's clearly a sign to Tannehill. I also think, man, that, and it was who got Njigba or whatever from Ohio State.
Let me take a look.
Oh, shit.
It might have Houston, wasn't it?
No, I don't think it was Houston. I want to say it might have been New Orleans, but Anatol probably pull up fast, probably get it faster than me.
Whoever got him, man, they got a steal. I think he's gonna potentially be one of the top receivers in the league 3, 4, 5 years down the line. That's what I think. So whoever picked him up, I can't remember. I know he was like
Seattle. It was Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah, I think you got a steal right there. I think that could possibly be the steal of the draft for somebody, man.
Yeah, Christian Gonzalez went in the second round. I didn't know that.
No, he went first round to New England.
Christian Gonzalez?
Christian Gonzalez went first round to New England. I'm looking at it right now.
What you talking about?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, what I was about to say was, and we joking about this mock draft, but now one thing, and Atwater can agree with this. We used to always talk about, man, Mel Kiper and Todd McShay. Them people don't know what the GMs be thinking. They just be guessing like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. At the end of the day, that mock draft is just for come on, I ain't even know who Skoronsky and all them people were. You try to match the player with what you think the team needs. Them GMs don't listen to no Mel Kiper and Todd McShay, man. That's for TV. It's just like everybody had Christian Gonzalez going first. Man, them people picked Witherspoon. Them GMs been telling y'all we don't care nothing about no Mel Kiper and Todd McShay and all them people that we don't listen to them.
Todd.
That's obvious.
Hey, stop trying to get my producer to pull up stats for you, bro. Like, what's going on, man? We having union issues?
No, first of all, I was saying, all I said was he be on it just like me, and he might have been a little bit faster, but I got to it first. That's all I'm
just saying. Next time, just go through the proper channels. That's all I'm saying, my guy. Just go through the proper channels.
He's cousin first, then your producer second.
That's true.
Pretty Tony, what was your most surprising?
Well, Ratio is the one that pays him. So I mean, you got blood can't thicken the water though, Fade. I'm just saying, I'm trying to stay out of it though, bro. I'm be quiet.
Anatol know he got me. Anatol know he got me. He know why.
Hey, one thing I want to talk about, man, real quick, because they brought it up.
Can I answer the question Fabian been trying to ask me for the past 5 minutes?
I ain't know he asked you nothing. I mean, you was over there working on your little site. I ain't know what he had.
Go ahead, PT. Go ahead.
Well, you asking what my surprise? You couldn't even really get the question out. First it was shot, and then it was Atwater.
It was my turn, Tony. What you talking about?
I'm just saying, man, been trying to ask me a question for the past 5 minutes.
Atwater cut you off. Now he ruled his head. Don't come
Look at the snitch.
Look at the snitch.
He ain't number that snitch. He's a straight snitch.
You said
trying to answer the question.
But you said what was the most surprising pick for me?
Yeah.
I mean, believe it. I mean, I may be a homer a little bit, but I'm gonna go with Dallas going D tackle in the first round. Definitely thought it was gonna go tight end. The boy from Notre Dame was sitting right there for him.
Yeah,
and he dropped it, and he actually ended up dropping out of the first round and ended up going in the second round. So
he lost to the Texans, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought the tight end you was gonna get Tony was Musgrave from Oregon State.
Yeah, maybe that might be why they went in the second round, though, didn't it, Tony? That may be why they went DT, because I think they moved up right in front of them and picked them right before Dallas.
But then we get a tight end in the second round, Tony.
They got a tight end. You got Schoonmaker in the second round from Michigan.
Yeah.
And don't we already have what? Ain't it Ferguson and Hendershot on the roster?
We got Ferguson.
Thought we had 2 tight ends.
I didn't expect D tackle from y'all first round.
Yeah, I just didn't see D tackle. I mean, that really just goes to show the pool that what's we call the guy right now over the team. Definitely leaning toward him, his tutelage, and I mean we pretty much know who calling the shots in Dallas, to be 100% honest with you.
I think Mozzie Smith for Tony is the final piece that Dan Quinn want for that defense because you need another D tackle to shoot up the run. You know what we got with Parson. We just added Gilmore. We got Diggs at corner. I think that was a good pick. I would have waited on that pick, but you can never go wrong with a defensive tackle.
That pick really was for Parsons, bro. A space eater, and that's what Mozzie is. He's a space eater. It made Parsons' life a whole lot easier.
Yeah, the Raiders got Michael Mayer from Notre Dame, which is a great pick since they traded away Waller to the Giants. So that makes sense for them. Fell right into his lap. I would have thought Tennessee could have got him, but Will Levis was sitting right there. Lions would have made sense too, but they picked Sam Laporta from Iowa before they got Michael Mayer, which is odd to me. Michael Mayer was a higher rated tight end, but
they in love. The league is in love with, well, especially Detroit, Iowa tight ends.
Again, we talking about who was the highest rated tight end. That ain't what the GMs felt.
Well, the highest rated tight end, I think, was that Kincaid boy, and he went pretty high, didn't he?
He went Buffalo. He went right before Dallas. That's what I said. Buffalo made a draft. Made a trade. I can't remember who they traded with. And they slid at 25 right in front of Dallas and grabbed Kincaid.
Let's see. Let's pull that one out and see. They traded with Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know about y'all, but I saw a trend where, and it's crazy because we kind of do this again in fantasy football. Where, what's up, C Green? Where, you saw a lot of people trying to make sure that they rivals, didn't get, the pick that they wanted, or we was, trading up in front of your rivals. Like at the end of the day, you got to win them 6 games, and you saw that a lot.
With the Patriots trading their pick with Pittsburgh getting between Green Bay and the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all this. We all say who had the best, which team had the better draft, and of course the season I played on paper. I'm going to approach this last question before we move on to the NBA. Which team had a suspect/sorry draft this year? Mine is the Washington Redskins.
He got his answer in there quick before Atwater started.
I actually tend to agree with you, Fade.
You got a new offensive coordinator. You didn't try to get a quarterback. You didn't beef up the offensive line. Ron Rivera, I get it. He's on the hot seat to me. He should have been fired this year, but anyway. What about you? Damon, you say Washington. What about you, Sean?
Like I said, I think the Jets kind of unraveled. Like they went from, you knew they needed was it an offensive lineman, right?
Mm-hmm.
You knew they needed an offensive lineman, especially when you want to protect Aaron Rodgers. You saw other teams going up to get the guys that they wanted, and they waited. And Pittsburgh said, peekaboo, and they came and got the last, viable offensive lineman for the first round on them, and they came back and they matched that with the guy that wasn't even slated to really go in the first round, a linebacker. In a weak linebacker class, you went and grabbed the linebacker. Now again, hindsight, we don't know what these guys gonna be, but just based off of what they needed and what they got, I saw the Jets unravel, from my point of view in that draft.
All right, Pretty Tony, then Mike.
It's between it's between Denver and Green Bay, but I would give the edge to Green Bay as far as having the worst because Denver didn't really have nothing to really too much work with because of the Russell Wilson trade, but they still could have did a little bit better, but they didn't really make any moves worth talking about. So I would definitely say Green Bay as far as what they got out of the Aaron Rodgers deal, and didn't really like they made any major moves to help Jordan Love, give him anything too much to work with.
Yeah, they did the same thing like they did with Aaron Rodgers. Went defense first round, but they got a receiver in the second round. But you had an opportunity to get
They
Jigba.
could have got Jackson from. They could have got Jackson from Ohio State.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. That's what I just said. They could have got him. Went either that or traded down and got some more draft capital. Mike, which team had the worst draft?
I don't really consider teams teams that got worse drafts is similar to me, like calling players a bust when they get to the league. Hell, you can't be no bust when you get to the league. And the suspect draft, I don't think there's no such thing as suspect draft because number one, they know who they want. Then number two, they must have confidence in the people they got in their organ, on the team. So whoever they drafted, it might have been need, it might have been for depth. Now, the problem with the worst draft or whatever, that's us that think they should have got this or think they should have got that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to worst draft pick, them general managers know who they want and what they want. And, I mean, it is what it is. So you can't really say draft picks were bad or they didn't work out until about 2, 3, 4 years down the line. That's when you can really say that, okay, that didn't work or this didn't work, them picks. But drafting, they know who they want and they got faith in who they got in position that we think they should have. So that's my take on worst draft picks or best draft pick, that kind of thing. Because at the end of the day, for an example, everybody on this chat knew Bryce Young was going first, but we have to see 3, 4, 5 years down the line if he even going to be the best quarterback in the draft. Because nobody on here expected Tom Brady in the 6th or 7th round when he was drafted to be the best quarterback out of that draft and arguably the best quarterback in football history. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, but somebody on here did expect Bryce Young to go 1.
Everybody on here thought Bryce Young was going 1.
Not in September 21. Y'all can go ahead and
Not
ignore
when?
me. Y'all can go ahead and ignore me then. I'm just saying.
Shot said it. Shot said it since the first game when they played Miami. He said it.
Yeah, he did. But do we want to give him a trophy, roses, what? Shit, a medal? What do we want to give him?
Give him his flowers while he's alive. Shot called it when he played Miami, September 21, in the Georgia, in the Mercedes Dome. It said that's his godson. He gonna go no more in the draft when he's eligible.
Let me ask y'all this before we get off to the NBA, because Deion Sanders had a fit about it. There's only one HBCU player that was drafted. Big deal or no deal?
That's horrible.
It's horrible, but status quo. 4 guy drafted.
I think it's horrible.
So there was guys drafted from D2 teams, right? Right.
Yeah.
So we saying that, and again, no disrespect to those guys, those athletes that play D2, you know, they bust their behind, and if they deserve it, they deserve it. But you telling me that, you know, some of the guys that was at Jackson State and some of these guys that actually had D1 offers and maybe no grades and balled out at these HBCUs didn't deserve to get drafted, just Isaiah Bolden, you know, I don't know about that one. I do know, but I'm gonna not say what I want to say.
Because of the black school, I'll say it. Because of the black HBCU.
Say it.
Hey man, listen. They have a HBCU combine now. Well, they had an HBCU combine where 40, 50 guys from black colleges are evaluated by all 32 teams in the NFL. And be honest, y'all, at the end of the day, the league don't care what color you are. They don't care what college you went to, what color. The league care about 2 things: wins and losses. That's it. So where you went to school and you know where you went to school and what color and all that, man, the league don't care nothing about that. They care about the bottom line, and that's wins and losses. And HBCU has a bigger platform now. It's games, HBCU games every week on TV. They got an HBCU All-Star game. They got an HBCU combine. So we are doing things as an HBCU to get our players seen. But at the end of the day, it might not be nothing against the HBCU players. This might just be what I want for my organization. We got a combine. We got an All-Star game. We got the what's the bowl in Atlanta? It ain't the Heritage Bowl. What is it? What is that?
Celebration Bowl.
Celebration Bowl.
Celebration Bowl. We got SWAC Championship. We got all that kind of stuff. So we're out there, but at the end of the day, these general managers and coaches, they don't care about no HBCU. They don't care about no D2. It was 10 players from FCS schools that got drafted. They care about wins, man. Wins and losses. That's it.
It's always.
I actually agree with Atwater on that. I don't be honest with you. That's what the bottom line is when it comes down to it. Do I think that it's possibly some more things that can be done to possibly maybe shed the light more on HBCU players? No, absolutely. But hey man, if they care about W's, man, and championships. And if you out there and you a baller, they'll find you. Straight up. I don't think it had a predominantly of the player in the NFL players, are black. Now, if we were talking about positions of power, then that's a different conversation. But on that field, they don't care about that, man.
Hell, the first three quarterbacks drafted were black. So if we're gonna talk about HBCUs not getting drafted, we gotta also flip it on the other side. We had 3 quarterbacks going to top 5 or top 4.
We talked about this Sunday.
Excuse me.
So we can't whine on one side and not look at the other side too.
Yeah, they did history. 3 in the first 4 picks were black quarterbacks, just like 2 black quarterbacks playing against each other in the Super Bowl, 2 black coaches. But at the same time, though, HBCUs have traditionally bred great players like Doug Williams, Walter Payton, Steve McNair, so forth and so on, especially in the 60s, 70s when talent was not allowed to go to these Power 5 schools or whatnot.
It just might not have been that year, though. Like, wasn't it like 5 or 6 players? I think it was like 6 that got drafted last year, right?
It's 4.
Oh, okay. I mean, it just might not have been that year, man.
But that's something. That's another topic for another day. Deion can be upset all he wants to, but he's at a Power 5 school now, so he really, to me, he doesn't have he makes a point, but at the same time, you went to a Power 5 school when you could have. Anyway, that's another topic. When it got
Tick got something in the chat that is a fair point.
They're black from PWIs. And let's see what.
No, the fact that it's separate. The fact that it's separate. Combine speaks volumes, and I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think that's necessary. I think it should be one combine.
Yeah.
So,
and I think
a lot of those guys get invited to the big combine, but they just have a specific, like they have a FCS combine, or they have a D2 combine. Like specific those smaller schools, they have their own combines, and some of those guys go from the smaller.
For the people that don't get invited to the big one, I feel. So at least it's giving them some kind of platform where if they don't get invited, so they can still have an opportunity to showcase their talent. I get what you're saying, Edward.
Shots homeboy Eric Lewis. Jay-Z made a song about a red nigga, pole nigga, house nigga, field nigga, still a nigga. High ups in the NFL will never respect anything that's predominantly African American. Yes, one more comment from Tick said none of those players going to help somebody win. I get that part. GM's going to want what they want. They don't know these coaches that's in HBCUs. Right there. They don't go to these HBCUs to actually recruit. They don't like the fact that they have to go all the way to Mississippi to somewhere that's to Lorman, Mississippi. Any of y'all been to Lorman, Mississippi?
Nope.
I have.
No.
Lorman, Mississippi.
I don't agree with that though, Fate. I just don't, man. I may be ignorant, man. I don't agree with that. I'm telling you, man. If you a baller, they don't give a shit where they go.
The last time somebody been to Lorman, Mississippi was for Steve McNair.
Okay, who the hell they had since?
That's my point exactly.
That's been on that caliber.
They didn't go to see.
Faye said it earlier, man. GM, I think all of us said it to a certain extent. GM want who they want, and
Want.
Tony Point really do drive it home. If they a baller, they gonna go holler at them, and they gonna go pick who they want. They got a big board. On their big board is the players that they want, and that's who they gonna go after. Now, when
You know
you
how
get to the
big,
later round,
you know how big these talent staffs are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as man, as far as how much film they watch and where they go to, you know what I'm saying, scout players and stuff like that, man. You know how big them damn teams are, or how many jobs they have, dude. I mean, it's tons. If you a baller, dude, you gonna get looked at.
And
That's just what I believe.
HBCU ain't no different than a D2 or FCS player getting drafted. Like you got to really be good on those small school levels, all three, D2, HBCU, FCS, to even get a undrafted look. Like they said, it was 62 dudes from the SEC drafted. 62.
yeah,
Man, that's almost a fifth of the draft, man.
Anatole got a good point in here in this chat.
Yeah, I'm putting it up now. It's pretty long.
Yeah, it's long, but I get what he's saying.
NFL owners prefer to sign HBCU players as undrafted free agents instead of having the courage to call the names during the draft. I think this is to promote PWIs to keep the best black athletes from going to HBCUs. Plus, they get HBCU athletes at a discount because they know they're more hungry and better than the 6th and 7th round athletes that they are drafting. If you don't believe me, look at last year's HBCU draft picks and their stats. Plus the fact, but it also advantage to the HBCU player because they can sign with who they want to sign with. If they don't get drafted, they could choose where they go. But at the same time, they should be drafted. But 6th, 7th round draft picks have a lesser chance than those free agents. But I need the numbers on that. I need to get some advanced analytics. Me and shot producer need to work on that data and have it for y'all in a couple weeks after our study. If that's all right with Shot and me as producer, do some research.
I'm sorry, I just got back on. We talking about this HBCU issue.
Yeah, this will be the last thing. We got to get to the NBA, but this is the last. You got any last thoughts on it?
No, I just came on and saw what Anatoly just got the tail end of what he wrote, and I agree with that 1,000%. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, like you were just saying, also when I came on, you know, if I'm not going to be picked in the 5th round, then I would kind of much rather be a free agent because now I get to determine, I get to look at the rosters and the depth charts and see what situation is best for me and kind of negotiate, you know, my own path to success, you know. So, you know, but it's nothing like, you know, like Anatoly said, getting that HBCU name called at the draft, no matter what round it is. You know, we got to start somewhere. You know, but I'm sure there's enough good players at Jackson State and Prairie View State and Central State and FAMU than it is at South Dakota State. You know, but like y'all say, they pick who they want. But you know, but it's always a blessing when you get somebody that's, you know, from Florida A&M University, Fort Valley State University. You know, that's a big deal. And it has a problem in recruiting because once upon, you know, Dion, you know, was threatening the norm when he got Travis Hunter and then, you know, some of those guys transferred. You know, they didn't want that. They didn't want that.
And of course, more the words of Fabian Vince, we shall see if this is going to change next year. More than likely, it ain't. Let's get a quick take from everybody on Joel Embiid winning his first MVP over Joker and Giannis. Quick thoughts, Damon.
Well deserved, man. I don't have an issue with it. He had those last few weeks of the season, he's putting up good numbers, great numbers actually, and I don't see it's well deserved. I don't see an issue with it.
Pretty Tony.
I second that. You know, congratulations. Much deserved. Should have won it last year, in my opinion. But you know, definitely happy that he won it this year. And you know, good job.
All right, Shot.
I'm okay with it.
You know, I feel like all of them was 1A, 1B, 1C. You know, I feel like Giannis outplayed him this season in head to head. I feel like he outplayed Joker in head to head.
Head to head.
You know, to head. Shout out to Morehead State for no reason at all, but just to say it. Shout out for they spectacular run in the tournament.
Tournament. Longwood.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey.
I got water, man.
But,
oh my goodness.
I got them going to the Sweet 16 next year without even looking at the schedule.
Oh, man. You talking about Longwood or Morehead? What you talking about, Shop?
Man, you trying to get me in trouble.
It was Oral Roberts. It was Oral Roberts the year before.
Yeah,
Oral Roberts.
That was my personal favorite. But
yeah.
I'm gonna ignore that comment like Atwater be ignoring me. Anyway, Atwater. Yeah, what was I saying? He done threw me on.
Hey, I ain't saying that, man.
You said you had a problem with it.
I think it was his turn. But I think all three of those guys was really balled out. But you know, it was his turn. I'll leave it at that.
And Michael.
I ain't got no problem with him, man. Well deserved. About time.
All right. Now let's get to the NBA. But I'm gonna play a clip. From about a couple weeks ago.
We got another one finna pat himself on the back. You gotta be smart, man. That's what I think.
No.
What are we looking at?
If I think this is a must-win for Sacramento because you got no Drake, they have Draymond in there. You got to win this game to me because if you don't, I think Golden State could probably take this to 7. But long story short, somebody on this show said if Sacramento loses Game 3, Golden State is winning 7.
Somebody also said on this show that Phoenix wouldn't get out the first round.
Somebody on the show had 31 draft picks and missed 30 of them.
Oh my!
We're talking about the NBA now. Switch sports. Go to another locker room.
You not
Tony stupid.
Fade. Here you go, man.
No.
He want a free
Here you go, Fade.
Listen, I'm finna tie this in to what Vet said. It's all about who's sitting at the table. Because this Fade show, so he get to go pull up the old audio recording and make us sit here and watch this. I couldn't get no old clip. I ain't the one running the show. That's the same thing Vet talking about with the draft. You got the Caucasian people that run the draft, so they get to pick who they want. Fabe show, Fabe in control of the mic. He in control of the video. I thought that was Barry Manilow in concert that he was trying to get us to look at.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was, man. I didn't know that was Fade from college. I didn't know what it was.
You got to do the golf clap for Fade. He got it right, baby.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I'm gonna go back and find your clip. I gotta go back 2 years and find your shot with Bryce. I think after the first game.
And you know what?
Give me about a week on it. I'll find it.
Hey, look, we'll talk about that later. But because that was a good show when we was talking about just Bryce Young and what he was gonna do and all of that stuff, and then what we talked about for the rest of the year. That was pretty good though. He just impressed me. But anyway,
NBA playoffs. Lakers stunned us last night by winning the game. If I told you Golden State going to hit 19 threes, you would have thought the Lakers got throttled, right?
Yeah, basically.
25 to 6. That's the free throw discrepancy. Excuse me. They made 25 free throws. Golden State only made 6. They played bully ball. Kevon Looney cannot guard Anthony Davis. Is this a trend? Michael?
What, talking about with the Lakers?
With the Lakers, this gonna be this a trend for them?
Can't count them boys out, man. You can never count the Golden State Warriors out. A lot of people thought they were down, when they went 0-2 to Sacramento. Can't count them boys out, man. Them champions, them are warriors over there for real. So I don't know about a trend. I think the Lakers had a good game last night, but I said this a while back. If the Lakers were gonna make a run, it was gonna be against Golden State. I don't think they wanted no parts of Sacramento at all with the youth they got with Fox and Monk and all them boys. But you know, people complain about this shot Jordan Poole took last night. But man, that dude was 6-11 from 3-point line. That was his shot. That was no bad shot. He just didn't make it.
If he'd have took maybe 1 or 2 more steps in a little bit closer, I could see that. But I'm gonna get there. Everybody else jump in right quick. I'm gonna push back just a little bit on your thought about they don't want no parts of Sacramento. I would rather have played Sacramento because they're not a strong 3-point shooting team like Golden State. Sacramento can run. They're streaky. Malik Monk was streaky. Remember, he was on the Lakers last year. De'Aaron Fox, he might have been the most clutch player, but he also had a broken index finger on his shooting hand. Herter struggled that whole first round. I don't know why they didn't sit him after game 3. And they don't have no size. The Lakers could have bully balled them as well too. I think the Lakers wanted Sacramento because I think they cannot handle the motion offense from Golden State. Go ahead, Tony. Tony shot them, Damon.
Nah, I don't think Sacramento. I don't think Golden State's in trouble. I think that the Lakers did what they have to do in order to even have a chance in this series, and that's for Anthony Davis to be the best player on the floor. Now if he's the best player on the floor every night, and I don't think, you know what I'm saying, I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
But if he's the best player every night, then yeah, Golden State in trouble. But I'm not willing to make that bet. I don't know if any of y'all are, but I'm not willing to make that bet.
Not yet. I'll wait till Lakers up 3-0. Then I make that bet. Damien in shot.
No, Golden State not in trouble. They're not in trouble. The health, Tony nailed it. Health of Anthony Davis his health is a factor, and you gonna catch them Warriors even when they shooting hot. There's gonna be other factors of the game that's gonna come out. So I'm not really saying that I would be worried. They the champs. They got the heart of a champion, and Splash Brothers, Day, Jordan Poole. It's gonna be a battle. But I remember talking to Atwater, I think it was a couple of days ago. Anthony Davis is the key to this series. Problem is his health. We all know it's a possibility that he won't be able to play the full 7.
Played all 24 minutes last night in the second half. Go ahead, shot.
I still think Golden State can win this. I think the Lakers closed out Memphis in 6. Golden State had to go to 7. Steph, gave an emotional speech. They used a lot of energy to get that game 7. He had 50. We all we old, so we've seen this before. They didn't have their legs. The Lakers had their legs. Same thing when LeBron went out there and got 20 and 20. He came out there, 2 nights later and got 12, 14, 15 points. I expect Golden State to win game 2 and 3 and 4 and maybe 6.
All right, let's just like the Masters is a tradition unlike any other. Chris Paul getting hurt in the playoffs is a tradition unlike any other.
Man, so wrong, man.
He wrong.
Oh, man.
He wrong and right on so many levels.
The Nuggets gonna sweep the Nuggets gonna sweep the Suns.
Man,
so.
The Nuggets ain't gonna sweep the Suns for the simple fact the Suns have 2 of the top 10 players in the league in Durant and Booker. So there ain't gonna be no sweep.
Okay. That's 60 points. Where the other 50 coming from?
Good point.
Where the other 50 coming from?
Both of them will get you 40.
Yeah, you're not stopping Denver. You got to outscore Denver. You're not stopping Denver. So what Yeah, you're not stopping them.
I mean, if you imagine Murray staying hot, consistent. Hey, a bad game, and it's gonna be a problem. You know what the Joker can give you. You know what he gonna do for you. Murray jump on that team, it's a wrap.
Hey man, y'all boys gonna hear
Tick
real
cold in the mud,
disrespectful.
man. Come on, Tick.
He said, "I see you P3." That man,
Oh,
that gotta go to
man.
Sports Center. Somebody got to get that on Sports
That's
Center.
cold, Tick.
Man, y'all
Man,
taking
wrong, man.
disrespect to a
That's
whole
cold,
nother level.
Tick.
Need to put that on Twitter.
Come on, Reverend Tick. God ain't tell you to say that. I know better.
I'll try to tell you.
I know better than that.
Oh, Tick cold for that one.
Anyway, for those that might be watching, I'm gonna let you get back in. The MVP is getting blowed out tonight, so they lose by 26 right now.
Oh, yeah, listen, man. They need to stop, and we need to stop making shows when the visiting team win game one.
Get him,
Everybody
Rachel.
knows-
For real.
That's
say?
terrible.
Yeah, like, everybody. Once you win that first game, everybody know you don't care about that second game, man. That team got to be really bad for you to take two on their home floor. Really, really bad. The Knicks, the Heat, the Lakers, probably gonna lose by 15, 20 tomorrow. Philly, they got they one. They got they one on Boston floor. They resting up. It seems to me like the NBA playoff is a chess match on who can get the most rest. That's what it seemed like to me.
I can agree on that one.
Look at the Heat. Jimmy Butler was sitting up there like, man, we already got one. We'll see y'all boys on South Beach. He's sitting up there. They say he was shopping the day before.
David and Tony, you think Phoenix gonna get swept?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. KD will go off. He'll go ballistic. You know what I'm saying? At some point. And they'll get a W. They'll probably get two.
You both on.
He'll go ballistic or quit. In my opinion, is right here. You see what I'm saying, Tony? He, and I don't get me wrong. I love me some KD, but he right on the fringe of what Tony's saying. I can see him going for 55 or 15, depending on how the day going. Like, and God forbid they go down 0-3. He's not playing game 4. That's just the reality of the situation. I'm sorry.
Hey, Atwater watching Lethal Weapon.
Hey, am I tripping? And I mean, y'all been watching the Phoenix series? Y'all been watching KD lately? Do it seem like he slip a lot, dude? Like it's almost like he slip a lot, man. It's almost like he done lost something, man.
He get that for Anthony Davis.
I'm talking about he slip a lot, dude. A lot.
And
I didn't know. I got to pay attention to that. I wasn't looking at that.
Yeah, man. When he's trying to make cuts and crossovers and stuff like that, dude, he slips a lot, man. Just pay attention to it, man. Let's just see if it's just me. I mean, he had a Achilles.
He probably still trying to adjust. He's not as explosive as he obviously was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It takes a full 2 years. I mean, it's been 2 years now, right? 2, 3, 2 and a half?
Yeah.
Nah, I think he all right. If he's slipping, then
yeah, it's been 4 years actually. It's been 4 years.
4 years.
Could he made
It's been 4 years?
Yeah, 2019.
No, you right. Matter of fact, you right.
Hey, you know what, man? We
Vic,
can't keep doing this to people, man.
Vic, come on, man.
Them damn Sigmas, man. We can't keep doing this.
Come on, Vic.
We can't keep
that
doing
might
this,
be it.
man.
He might need to go back to Nappyhead KD. His head been looking all right lately.
Tick just
You know what
said
I'm
it.
saying? Ever since the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? You right. Ever since the playoffs started, dude, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Hey, that might
he
be
done
it.
put that Dax grease on his head, and he
Oh
trying to wipe the bottom of his shoes.
That boy
Tony,
done put that
you
dude.
done found something, man.
Oh,
Tony
that's-
about to go viral.
That's a new
He
sponsor right there.
He wiping his, he used to wiping his head and it be rocky, and then he get that grip. Now he got that Dax grease on his head.
Man,
Okay,
y'all
Katie, you gotta go
cold,
ahead and let them naps come back, man. Cause this ain't you.
Yeah, this ain't him.
Yeah, ain't nobody
Y'all
tell
might
you
be
how
on. Y'all might be on to something. Y'all
Yeah,
may
I
be
think
on
you
to
might
something.
be on to something, Tony.
That's
That
new
damn
sponsor.
Vetsy, he got
That's
a new
Dax
haircut.
Grease. That's a new sponsor right there, Dax Grease.
There you
And wait,
go.
wait at a do rag.
Man, Vet and Tick supposed to be at Bible study, man. They around here being disrespectful tonight. Y'all out of line. Tick, you supposed to be holding Bible study tonight, and you around here disrespecting people like that. That's uncalled for, man.
Tick
I
wrong
know what
with
he gonna
the
say.
bug,
Am
man.
I lying? Because he ain't lying. ICUP3. He is not lying.
The Lord is not happy with that.
And he gonna say he got the Murray Sporting Way pomade. Man, come on, Tick, man.
Out of line. Let him
I'm
go.
calling your congregation tomorrow, Tick. I'm calling everybody meeting congregation.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Okay.
Hey, what were you watching, man?
Lethal
You
Weapon. Look like
watching
Lethal
Lethal
Weapon.
Weapon 3?
No, I'm
Man
watching
got
Murder,
a
She
crick
Wrote.
in his neck, and we were trying to see what the hell you was watching on TV.
They
I'm
was
watching-
trying to figure it out. That's the first thing that came out of his mouth. He's like,
I thought it was Mork
watching
and
Lethal
Mindy.
Weapon?
They look like Lethal Weapon 3 because that look like Mel Gibson.
No, I'm watching Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, Tick got a free night, man. Bible study was last night.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Bible study supposed to be on Tuesday night. It is.
Where's-
Think about it. All Bible studies across the world is on Tuesday night.
Well, Wednesday night. That's go
That's
to
the youth
the
revival.
youth revival.
See that?
Thursday is the women's ministry.
Yeah, that's just an excuse to get their hair ready for the club on Friday.
Man, look at this boy.
My fault. I apologize.
All right, look at the party shot. Go ahead, Damon.
Oh man. Well, I just want to give a quick congratulations to my son. Got a full ride to University of Detroit Mercy for all 4 years. He at 10, taking up. He want to be a orthodontist. So UD Mercy has one top 2 percentile in that what he want to take up. So got the call from his financial advisor, and they awarded him another scholarship, so he don't have to pay for nothing. His Pell Grant and his other scholarship can go in his pocket. So I give him a shout out, man. That's he put in the work. Graduated high school young. Now he finna go to college. Proud of him.
What's up?
That's where Antoine Davis went, right? Detroit Mercy.
Yep.
Okay.
He took him on the tour. He was excited about it, and then he got the call saying that they got this other scholarship for him because he had already gotten a scholarship when he put in for the school. And after he talked to his advisor, he said, I'm going to look and see if we got another one for you because I think you qualify for it. And he got the call the next day, said, you ain't got to pay for nothing.
Oh, that's awesome. That's always awesome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Not that Dax Grease.
Oh, come on, Fade. You starting it back up, man.
That's a new sponsor.
The hell you doing with it?
Yeah, that what you use, right?
Yeah.
Talking about what you doing with it?
I got help.
You talking about what you doing with it?
I got
The hell
help.
you doing with Dax Grease? He's still trying to get waves at 52. Y'all better stop. Look at me and water like this.
I was about to say, Shaw, you ain't got none up there no more.
I'm beefing right now. I'm hating. I'm like this. You stop mean much.
You talking about I'm beefing?
I'm mean. I'm mad. Want to see that? I'm in my feelings now.
See, the one thing is, I can honestly say I never had to use a do-rag. Never had to use a do-rag.
Oh, you had that,
Yeah,
that
me
good
neither.
stuff, huh?
Give my dad. Give my dad. That's one good thing he gave me.
Fade with the do rag. Oh my God.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Pretty Tony.
Man, I just want to say that it was definitely good to get some good news, man, today about Jamie Foxx, man. He released a quick little statement on social media, thanking everybody for the love they've been giving them over the past couple of weeks. I don't really know, man, whoever his people are doing a really, really good job in keeping whatever it is that he's got going on under wraps, man. Shout out to them. So I don't really know what's going on with him, but definitely prayers to him. Been a lot of people coming out in support to him, which is a testament and says what kind of person he is and how he's loved in the community and the industry. And I mean, I hope he just continues, send his path on getting healthy, man, getting healthy, being available.
Yeah, they're saying that I thought it might have been an aneurysm of the brain, but we have no confirmation of that. So we're not in the job of speculating. We just glad he all right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's a national treasure, an Oscar winner. Very versatile. Jamie Foxx, get well. Don't rush back. Get well. Michael Andre.
On a serious note, man, condolences go out to Shaq Barrett. For people that don't know, earlier this week, Shaq Barrett, the linebacker, lost his 2-year-old daughter. She drowned in the family pool. Somebody that has lost kids at an early age, I definitely know what he's feeling. We praying for you, man, and parents out there, the weather's starting to get hot. Please watch your babies around that swimming pool. Said that he was going to work out or something, and he thought the wife had watched her, and she wasn't, and the baby was out there in the pool, man. So, like I say, I've experienced that with, losing a kid, 2 kids at that early age, and I know what he's feeling, man. So, condolences, Shaq Barrett, man. We're praying for you and your family, bro. Devastating.
Amen.
We can't put that gate up. Put the gate up. Have some type of child-proof lock, something. You just don't want to see that. That's just black thought. Yeah, black thought.
This week they're trying to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, so I want to give a shout out to my Mexican brothers and sisters of color. Don't get it twisted, though. This is not their independence. This is just a celebration of a victory that they won against the France. But what a lot of people don't realize is that tomorrow, May 4th, 1961, you had 13 people that went from D.C. They were trying to go to New Orleans to protest the U.S. Supreme Court on segregation. They were called the Congress of Racial Equality. 6 black people, 7 white people got on the bus, where the white people rode in the back of the bus and the black people rode on the front of the bus as they took their protest on the road to New Orleans. Unfortunately, they were beaten in, I believe, Anniston, Alabama, severely beaten, and never made it to New Orleans to protest that U.S. Supreme Court ruling. However, it did get the attention of President John F. Kennedy, and that was a big step in them going leading the starting the civil rights movement. So I just want to give a shout out to those brave young men and white men and women on May 4th, 1961, which later became the Freedom Riders. Just little stuff that I like to bring to our attention. Tomorrow is a big means something to me, because as much as we talk about we standing up for our people, it still take the unaffected to become affected, like Martin Luther King said. So I give a shout out to those black men and those white men that stood beside them to fight for what's right. That's my black thought. I salute y'all.
Dylan Brooks. He ain't had a good 2 weeks, dog. You'd have poked the damn bear and said, I don't respect nobody unless they give me 40. Gotta stay woke on this. LeBron gave you 20 and 20. What does that add up to?
40.
Unrestricted free agency.
We get into that. We get to that part. Hold on. Slow down. Slow down. You get away the punchline. You get away the
I would add up to.
You get away the punchline. Damn. Damn.
Hey, race your wrong, man. Do wrong.
My bad, teacher. I studied for that test.
Hey, I need you not to study no more. Don't study no more. Lakers beat them by what, Damon, on Friday?
40.
40.
Ooh. Okay, Faye, go in your bag. 40 days around the sun. I'm listening.
40 days.
Real clowns on this show, boy.
Jesus on the mountain, how long?
40 days. 40 days.
40 nights.
James Hasty for the Jets wore what number?
Number 40.
Number 40.
Yeah, Faye. Jay-Z was at the game. He owned the what club?
The 40 club.
40 club.
Stay woke. Stay woke.
Oh,
woke,
my God.
Stay woke, King. Stay woke. Dylan Brooks, you have become the most unemployable NBA player in the NBA right now.
Oh, my God.
You try to be Draymond Green without the Vienna sausages or the weight that he has. Or the soup coolers that he got, or the 4 championship rings. You poked the bear so much that you are so great at trash talking. You made a combined in the last 4 games you played. Stick with me. You made a combined 13 shots. Out of how many shots he took? Somebody just take a guess how many shots he took.
40.
40. Hey, stay woke, King. And we need some paraprofessionals. We also need PE coaches in my school district. We need some PE coaches. We need some social study teachers. We need some paras. We got a counselor position open. You can always go back to school at Oregon and you need how many credit hours?
Probably 40.
40.
Somebody gonna pick him up.
Yeah, somebody gonna pick him up, man.
Somebody gonna pick him. Probably the Lakers, dumbass. But that's our show. We'll see you on Sunday. Man. We're gonna talk some more NBA. We're definitely gonna pick back on baseball, and hopefully this Freaknik documentary has came out. I haven't heard anything about it. Make sure none of y'all on it.
Yeah, I was about to say I need to make sure I ain't on that thing, man.
You own it, Tony.
Doing some wild.
He's talking about
some wild. Doing
yeah,
some
Tony,
wild day.
Don't try to get out of that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go on and snitch. Tell all our wives right now. Hey, ladies, all of us on. We own it.
Man, I ain't worried about you doing that. I'm worried about my supervisor. I don't care nothing about my wife seeing that. They know who the hell they got with. I'm worried about the supervisor. It's people look up to me. It's a lot of people don't know about this show.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I gotta go, man. I ain't got but 40% left on my.
I go to bed in 40 minutes. I'm going to the store to get me a 40.
Oh, okay, we gotta end it on that one.
Tony, they fooling.
That's the mic drop right there,
we got 40 followers.
That wasn't funny.
No, it ain't.
You rounding them up, man.
Hey, we
gonna mic drop and add water with that 40 though. Hey, y'all boys be good, man.
All right,
man. I'll let y'all boy, man.
All right, we'll see.
Hey, Faith, what's up with the students and the stuff, man? You know.